unfortunately, another week has passed, which can only mean one thing. It's time to destroy the house. What's up, guys? It's Avalon9, and we're back with another Minecraft Monday to the sunrise. So in this video, there's a couple things I want to get done. Alright, I also hope you guys like that new intro. That's not why I was away for so long, by the way. But I kind of did some off-camera layouts over here on what we're going to be doing. So we're going to build a little bit of a vinery slash orchard. It's orchard. That's how you say it. Orchard. We're going to fill this all in because this is a cave that I don't want to incorporate into the general landscape of, well, the land. I think what the plan is for all future videos is we're going to start moving out more this way, which, all right, let's see. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west, never eat. So that means we're going to be building south. It took a second there to calculate what was going on in my brain. But yeah, we're going to be building a little orchard slash vinery here just to have some grapes, I think it is, or berries, wild berries. And then this is going to be a little house, which is actually going to be storage for the wood from the orchard. Because doing this is not ideal for the looks. We're gonna make it all pretty, and then I think I'm going to look up some tutorials on how to build a tree farm. And if I can't do that, then we're just can you build a tree farm underground? I'll look that up. But we're gonna do that, and that's the plan. Also, I think I might try and figure out how to do an iron farm, just a real quick simple one, because I am running out of iron and fast, and all my tools are iron. Wow. We need to also get some organization in here because my inventory is a mess. But that's the plan for today's video. So let's just get right to it. And that's the last little bit of that. So we'll smooth that out later, but what we got going on here is a very, very beautiful layout for pretty much the whole vineyard and orchard. I keep on messing up, orchard. So what we're gonna do for this part over here is make it come out, probably it's gonna go this way. And then I'm going to smooth that out, and we're going to have some walls kind of following the coastline over here. And then maybe more right here is what I'm thinking, is we'll add a little gazebo or something just to have another building out here to kind of make it like you're walking, you know, like actual land that leads to something rather than just being a big farm, you know? It's just an area with more meaning than just farm. You know? So that's the goal we're gonna do here, and instead of doing another time lapse, I'm just gonna do another cut. Oh my goodness, guys. That took way longer than I thought it would. For you guys, it was mere seconds, but for me, it was multiple hours. But the hard, grueling work is somewhat over. We got the vineyard and the orchard pretty much all the way built out. There's a few other details that we can add, but everything is pretty much there. And it looks like Herobrine visited us while we were away. And we got a little visitor in the orchard over here. But seriously, guys, this took a long time. I'm really proud of it. However, I must admit, this isn't 100% fully my design. It's a design that I found inspiration from on a Redditor by the name of King Elf. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not sure. But this guy did an amazing job. And his is humongous. It's honestly insane, but it looks really good. I replaced his walls with my wall variation our wall variation that we built over here in a previous episode, and then also just made it a little smaller. But as you can see, it's pretty similar and it looks pretty nice. As you can see, he used coarse dirt and just like kind of a really thin path right here to make it feel like, you know, there's just a lot of brush going on, and just feel really immersed when you walk through it. And it does get pretty tight in some areas. You need to be careful not to prick yourself. I'm sure you will here in a second. I want to eventually replace these torches with lanterns, but that'll come probably in a near episode when we finally build the iron farm. And then moving down here, you can see that he also used these barrels, and I don't know what block is in that, but I'm assuming it's supposed to represent piles of berries in there, and that's kind of that inspired me. I thought that was pretty cool, so I just put that right there. And I only have so many materials because I'm so early into my progress game wise. We worked with what we have, so we're using red wool, and then we got some barrels, and I left my crafting table that I used to craft all the stuff here. That's kind of a little thing about my builds, like I did with the house over there. And then we moved down onto the orchard. Got some piles of barrels and chests just for storing various things. There's nothing in them right now. Probably will never be anything in them. But the orchard I want to make a little nicer. Maybe add some... I don't know how I can add some apples or something just hanging from the trees, but I would really love to do that because they're just quite pretty trees, and it's a very nice area over here. So you can see you can go down the multiple rows, and I use the same coarse dirt, but a little bit of a thicker path because it's, well, trees. They're a little bit bigger, so you need more room. And then, as you can see, I use the wall over here, extending out to the coastline to where there's more trees that are naked. And the wall design looks pretty good. It's not as complicated over here because I'm not too worried about mobs getting in, because I'm gonna light it up a little bit more, and I'm also just, this isn't something you can stomp and break like the wheat over there, so I'm not too worried about that. And it seems it's turning night, but that won't stop us because the beautiful sun sets right through. That's actually perfect timing. The reason it's perfect timing is because this little it's not exactly a gazebo, it's more of just a overbrush of trees, I guess. And this was actually heavily inspired by Star Wars. The wedding scene with Anakin and Padme, I just saw it. I saw the little river here, or not river, this is not a river, the ocean here, and then the little cliffs over there, and I'm like, wow, this is a really Star Warsy kind of vibe. So I decided to add some rose kind of things over here like they have in the movie, and then use trees rather than a actual gazebo. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Where it's gonna lead down to the tree farm is, oh wow, it's dark in here. It's gonna lead down this little path, and then I'll make it look a little nicer, and then through here, and we'll build a tree farm in there, and I'll do that in my free time rather than boring you with any thing, because I need that for the builds. But we're here just to see the nice builds. So that's the whole orchard and vineyard. And if you guys have any ideas on what to name it, because we can name these farms and put a little sign right here. I also need to put some gates right here just so it's like a little closed off private property. I haven't built the house, but I got it laid out with dirt blocks, or I guess they're grass blocks now. However, that's all that. I need to cut those down because we no longer need that. There's also a lot of mobs, so it's time to go to sleep. Which brings me to my next point. We have a blown up bedroom. And there's a reason I did that in the intro. It's so I can force myself to build up the house a little bit, because this house is an absolute mess. I'm not exactly... Please be quiet while I'm speaking. The house isn't very pretty in my opinion. And I want it to have a lot more windows and a lot more. Oh my gosh! Dude, I did not see that. Oh. I think there's been 2 creeper blow-ups, and I've died to a creeper 1 time. So it's pretty nasty. There's some creeper holes around here. I think one's actually behind the house over here. Yep, right here. Fill that in at some point. But speaking of other explosions, we need to fix this house. It is very ugly. We're going to do that in the next episode. I was going to do it this episode, but we're coming up on that Monday deadline pretty quickly, and I'm quite proud of the work I've got done with the orchard over here. And I want to build the house, so then this whole area is just 99% done, and then the 1% can be filled in when I replace the berries and add some more details to the orchard back there. But I'm quite proud of this build over here. That's virtually it for this part, and next I'm gonna build up the house a little bit, and that should be it after we're done building that. So what else to say? Then let's get right to it. So I think what I'm going to do with the house first is build up the storage area and then kind of just frame the whole house around that, because I want that to look right. I want the storage area to look right, and I want all the storage to fit in and look nice. And of course, there's more pillagers. I got attacked by pillagers like 10 different times while building the orchard. So the fact that there's more, it's kind of worrying me, because they're trying to get me to do a raid. I'm coming over here so I can show you. Look at these ominous bottles. Oh my gosh, and we're about to get another one. I'm gonna build up that storage area and come back once I got it done. Before I get too carried away with building this place, I want to show off the storage room that I built here. This is heavily inspired by F-Whip's hardcore Minecraft wood storage room. Honestly, that's just all I wanted to build here, is the storage room, and show you guys that that's what this is gonna look like. There's no walls or anything back here, but it's a nice wood storage room. I'm gonna have all 12 wood types, I believe it is. And as I get them, of course, it's probably gonna be empty for a while, but I'll show it off once we got it all filled out over here. But it's looking like it's gonna be a really nice house, honestly. And something I did over here with the wall that I didn't even know you could do is place walls, then glass panes, and it just gives it another level of 3D-ness, and it's just a really awesome building technique that I didn't even know you could do. And I can tell you one thing, I will absolutely be using this again in the future, and I think you should try using it as well, because it's just so cool. Awesome. But that's what we got going on here, so I'm just gonna try and finish up the rest of the house a little bit, and yeah. And with that, this area is finally complete. Oops, there's some grass blocks left over. Gotta get rid of those. Man, I got a full inventory too. But hey, the house is done. For the most part, of course. Some various little changes will be done off camera, but in my opinion, it's beautiful. We also need to do some interior decorating a little more, fix some other things, but seriously, it's done. And I think it looks really good, honestly. I'm not sure about the wall up here as the little thing right before the roof, or about like the weathering on the roof. I don't know if I should do that more around, like for example, I could do it right here. Like, I don't know if that looks good or if it looks just kind of weird, but I'll leave it for now and not worry too hard about it, as I think it looks quite good. And that's this whole area complete. The whole vineyard, orchard, and just all of it. It's all done. Which kind of feels crazy to say, because I've been working on this for way too long. And now I gotta get this video out. This was a pretty good episode, but the next one is gonna be even better, because not only do we have this mess to deal with in here, but we also have some plans for a pretty cool little project that I want to get done before Halloween. And on top of that, I need an iron farm. Look at my stuff. It's getting low and I don't have any iron at all. Literally, I had to revert to stone tools while making that house. But hey, we'll do that in the next video. And I think the next one's probably going to be a pretty long video, so make sure you subscribe, see what it's all going to be about. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day.